Hey guys, just another gamer here, and today we'll be doing on the Hall of Heroes. We'll start with B2, straight up. Then let's see what they have. We'll go through more in details at this stage. Okay, so for the first stage we have is Arnold and the Rune Removal. That'll be quite. I mean, you just need to sustain through and maybe like a healer or reviver. I mean, definitely you need like a reviver. I still have not even gotten rid of a reviver before for like my Hall of Heroes. So for the second stage we have is Brienne and the Water Joker, which is going to take quite a fair bit of time because the Water Jokers will have a self-reviver, which is this. Right after that, the Brienne will just revive one of his friends. So this just B2, but if I reach B3, this is gonna be like way tougher and it will take more time than this. Then we have is this Light Horus. So he will reduce my bar at a certain rate for his default skill. Then the second skill is that he has the defense buff and also the chance to reduce on critical rates. That's an anti-crit buff. Then okay, I missed the passive. They will go through the passive later in B3. So we have a Fire Magic Knight and the Fedora, which is going to take a little bit of time. But in B3, it'll be harder to. I mean, it'll be much easier because the Endure buff will just be there and then you can't. I mean, I may not be able to one-shot it, so that Endure buff particularly doesn't mean much to me unless you're running like a full speed comp. I mean, for a speed run, then that'll be a little bit different for my case. I mean, for your case. Okay. So we have Asher here and Diaz. Diaz will reduce on his incoming the critical rates. And then there's Asher here, which I think he won't hit much as compared to, all the Ashers that you guys see out there. Only the irritating part is that passive, which will reduce the rates of your critical hits. Because it will be reduced by 50%. So the boss will be so definitely we'll see an Arnold in the boss stage. Okay. So far this looks pretty okay, but if there's like huge amount of debuffs coming in for the next round, then that might be a little bit of difference. But Veromos will definitely be a good take for this Hall of Heroes. I mean, like almost all of the Hall of Heroes, this Veromos is like everywhere. You will definitely need him. So if anyone feels one, you gotta prepare this Veromos for next month Hall of Heroes at least. And Brienne, if you put it on, because it's on this week's summoning stones, so it will be quite good if you get one. So let's see on how much Arnold will extort. Because just now I think that one I was with Shoe Wounds. Okay, so it's 8,442. Then I can't heal myself because of that. So I'm now thinking if Eladriel will be good or not. I mean those healers which, wow, okay. I mean those healers whereby they can't like, unlike the Chasun whereby I can just copy the HP kind. So thinking of like those with cleanse and heal like Delphoi, could they be like of some better usage? So this is gonna be a long match, I guess. And all my guys are on like debuffs. And once again, I can't heal myself. So this is why a good reviver is quite important, because you just need him to be there. And for Brienne, mine is a little bit off because mine is rather quite tanky in HP and some speed, so he can actually tank and do like a bit of damage on his second skill. So just that all of them use their revives, and then I think it's time for me to actually clear them rather than they keep giving me the heal block. Oh yeah, I think there's this passive whereby if you hit the allies, I mean it's for the Elven Ranger, they will actually do that passive which will counter you back. So that's quite irritating. And then they have this buff which is gonna irritate you further, which is the anti-crit and also the defense buff. So actually these Elven Rangers don't even need to be like fast, they just need to stand there and then they can just attack. So this could be a time whereby you need to regroup. Okay, yeah, before I forget. So it recovers the attack bar of an ally with the lowest attack bar by 25% and increases the attack power for 1 turn. That is his passive. Okay, that's quite interesting. So gotta take care of that. Take note of that. Okay, as you can see that I can't actually one-shot them that fast, so this endure that they just spam is, I mean they spam it together. If they spam it like one, they alternate their turns to do the endure, then that would be quite and more, I would say, disgusting and irritating. So you're gonna need something like a fast Veromos, because as you can see that the debuffs are coming in like every turn. So unless you go like super swift and speedy, or else you just go for violent and also speedy. I mean, speed is quite essential. I'll be more and quite interested to see on like the next round, whereby there will be the 3 bosses. So that'll be Conrad, Arnold, and let's see who it will be. Okay, that'll be Diaz, which will offset the incoming damage again, because his passive is like the minus 15%. He'll offset 15% damage for his allies. So apparently this auto mode just hits Diaz first, which I guess we thanks to Belladon, because Belladon is the one that does the defense break, and having the elemental advantage, she will just go for Diaz. Alright, so that's all for what we have for this B3. So I guess I'll go another round then before I will end this video. And just another side note that the TOA is like resetting at like 1 PM. So I mean, depending on your server time, but that'll be like around for me it's like in like a few moments time, like 45 minutes to say. Oh, that's a good defense break, whereby the defense break actually hit on 2 of the Arnolds. And I just noticed that all of them have the 2 turns of the heal block for against your guys. That is all on their default skills. So I think that naturally my guys will actually aim for the water ones because most of them are like, okay, 2 of them are the wind ones. Then this will be quite an irritating stage. So this passive will work each time he moves, and then recovers 25% and increases the attack power. That's like that's a very good passive, to be honest. But the thing and the problem is with the second skill of this defense buff and this anti-crit buff, which is going to cause some problem for everybody. Oh, Eladriel is like almost gone at that moment. I was expecting the cleanse to come in. I guess the next Fedora will also use the cleanse, which is the one in center. Yup, as expected. And my Eladriel is on revenge and violence, so this could actually help against this stage because they'll be like aiming for Eladriel. Okay, that thing didn't work. The revenge. Yup, that's the revenge, but he's really on defense break. But it's also a good way to put revenge because you can actually refresh your skills. I mean, you can refresh his defense buff, the defense debuff that is. Alright, so now we're back to the last stage. So there's light and dark. So the light will target your dark guy, and then the dark one will target your light guy. So those two will be the ones on highly chance will be on the heal block, and also the fire one will be aiming for your window guys. I think my current party wise might still be okay. I'll put more details in the description bar below while editing because then I'll think of like possible or what kind of strategy or setups one should use. Other than Ritesh, in fact, you could use a Chasun to tank through this, and then because Chasun can also heal and directly cross through all of the heal blocks, so that could be the alternative towards my Ritesh, of course. Then I guess we'll stop here for today, and then if anything else, I will probably post another video later, and well, 4 pieces, that's great. Then I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Alright, thanks for watching and goodbye.